What's really cool about the variants that have been introduced in the MCU and how we have the multiverse and all the different timelines is you can kind of go back and you can change things that were once fan theory and make it actually true. Which not only kind of rewards the people that really put a lot of time and effort into the plot points and the theories and the speculation, but it just adds another layer of coolness to the MCU. Welcome to the Chaos Multiverse, everybody. Jimmy or Chaos, and today we are going to talk about a theory that I hope is either true or it just lined up so well that they could now actually make it fact and make it true in the MCU. And that theory, that plot theory, is the fact that Kang the Conqueror, or a variant of Kang, variant of He Who Remains, not the specific Kang the Conqueror we're about to see in Ant-Man, but a variant of Nathaniel Richards, was actually hiding in Iron Man 3. All the way back in Iron Man 3. And as we break it down and go through the couple of clues, if you will, it makes sense. Now, I will say this. It's probably not something that was thought out in Iron Man 3. As a matter of fact, I can almost guarantee you that it wasn't thought out in Iron Man 3 because I don't think they were thinking about Kang the Conqueror at all or the Multiverse Saga. It was all hands on deck. They were building towards the Infinity Saga. This was not even in the back of their minds, and if it was in the back of somebody's mind and it's on a storyboard somewhere at the Marvel Studios, these people are wizards. Let's just put it that way. But here's the thing. What could be fabricated into a theory could actually be made into fact very easily, and it would actually make a ton of sense, and people would probably get really excited about it. Now, we talked in a video the other day about Kang and his variants, and how they may not all end up being Jonathan Majors. Most of them probably will, but there could be some variants because there's multiple variants in the comic book run with Kang that they all look different. So, I fully expect we'll get at least one or more variants that are other people playing that role. Other actors or actresses that play that role. For the most part, it'll be Jonathan Majors. But one big variant, which would be really cool, is Iron Lad. And Iron Lad is a variant of Kang, or a variant of Nathaniel Richards, but he was a good guy. He was actually wanting to do good. He was a younger version, almost a teenager, early 20s version, and he wanted to be a superhero. He had Iron Man armor, all that good stuff, right? And I hope that they pay off and we get an Iron Lad variant throughout this multiverse saga. But here's where it gets really, really interesting. If you go back to Iron Man 3, who remembers Tony's sidekick? Who remembers Harley Keener, the boy that was super smart that helped him along the way? We then saw him again at the end of Endgame. He was at Tony Stark's funeral, and two key points here. When we saw him in Iron Man 3, we never saw parents. We never saw anybody taking care of him. We never saw parental figures or anything like that. Now, he may have acted like there was, but we never saw them on screen. He was super, super smart, had a high level of intellect for a kid his age, and then at the funeral, no parents or anybody. He was literally in his black suit by himself. So think about that as we go through this. Now, Ty Simpkins, who is the actor that played Harley Keener, is now a young man. He's a young adult. And if you look at the pictures, he fits the bill. He fits the T of the comic book character Iron Lad. If you're going comic accurate, he could absolutely pull this off. So the theory goes as this is actually a variant of Nathaniel Richards. This is a Kang variant that was in Iron Man 3 doing his own thing and working his way to grow up, working on whatever he was doing with the intellect and everything he had, because let's be real, Nathaniel Richards was a very smart scientist who figured out that the multiverse was there and that timelines or universes stacked on top of each other. That's what started all of this, and this could be his variant in the form of Iron Lad. I know, it's a reach, and I'm sure that they didn't plan that when they made Iron Man 3, but if they see the community talking about this and they go back and look at it, they could easily put the pieces to make this puzzle actually fact. So, I think it would be awesome if Ty Simpkins, Harley Keener, who was connected to Tony Stark in a huge way, was actually Iron Lad. in the future, moving forward, Phase 5, Phase 6, a good version of Kang. Now, we are going to get some good versions of Kang, or this won't make any sense, because what's going to happen is you have all these different Kang variants that are battling against each other, and I assume most of them are going to try to come together to stop the Kang the Conqueror, which I think is going to be the ultimate variant that is trying to just take everybody out. We already know Loki Season 2 is going to give us an Inventor Kang variant, probably another one. We're going to see multiple different kinds. And we could definitely see an Iron Lad variant, and if all rumors are true, we're going to get a Kang or Council of Kang in Kang Dynasty, and that's what this is all about. The multiverse war was actually the Kang War. It was them going back and forth, and He Who Remains was able to utilize what he did to get rid of everybody and lock them all up or get rid of them to create balance. But that's gone. Sylvie made sure that was all gone, and now we are sitting here doing it all over again. I just think it's cool. I really, really hope that maybe they run with this. Ty Simpkins comes back as Harley Keener, but he's actually a Nathaniel Richards variant or Kang variant, and he's Iron Lad. I just want to see some Iron Lad armor on the big screen. Let me know what you guys think. I'll see you soon.